Hey there and welcome to the Fix It Kids YouTube channel. This is our first video, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you could let us know how we did in the comments. So today we're going to be doing a screen replacement for this iPhone 8. Here we have our new screen, the phone itself, and our toolkit for today. This is the iFixit Essentials Toolkit. It's an amazing toolkit for beginners and I'd highly recommend it. And what we should do before we start the repair is just make sure that the phone is in full working order. Then we can start the repair. So the first thing to do is power off the phone. Then we can use our P2 Pentalobe bit for our screwdriver and just plop that in there. There are two Pentalobe screws, one on the left of the charging port and one on the right. Once we've got those out, we need to put them in a safe place so we don't lose them. We can now use our suction cup, our metal prying tool, and some picks. Place the suction cup as close to the home button as possible without actually touching the home button. If there's enough space, you can use your picks. But if it's a tight squeeze, you can use your metal prying tool as it's thin. You should only use plastic tools when going near the battery or the flex cables, as they're both very delicate. Remember, don't rush, as you don't want to break anything. And we're in. I can tell this phone has been repaired before, as there are some weird stickers covering some of the screw holes. If you know what these are, please let me know in the comments. Now we can switch to our P000 bit and undo the 4 screws that cover that plate. Again, I can't stress how important screw organisation is. It's such a pain when you don't know which screws go where, or you end up with missing screws. This sticker was a pain to get off. Now we can take off the plate. The plate reveals the battery flex cable, which we should always disconnect first, and the 2 main screen flex cables. Always be careful when disconnecting these, as they are so fragile. We can carefully move our screen around in order to have better access to the front camera assembly flex cable. In order to get access to that flex cable, we have to undo 3 screws, which are all the same size. Now our screen's off and we're free to work on the small parts. We can move our main body of the phone to the side for now. We can work on our front camera assembly first. There are 3 screws which hold down the plate. Once that's off, there are 2 remaining screws which are located under the earpiece. Now we can carefully remove the earpiece from under the camera. We need to be careful not to touch the camera lens itself, as you don't want blurry selfies. Now we can carefully lift the sensors out of their socket, and on the right side we can carefully work our way under with a nylon spudger until the front camera assembly comes off itself. We can put that aside and now work on our home button. Now we can switch to our Y000 bit to work on our home button. Unfortunately there was a screw missing on mine on the far left, so don't miss that out when you do yours. As you can see, the final screw is located actually on the home button itself. Please be careful when you do this, as if you break it and replace it, you will lose Touch ID functionality. Now this flex cable here is very awkward to do, as you need to push it down and pull up at the same time. Please take your time with this. Now we need to get underneath the adhesive. If you're finding this hard, I would apply some heat using a hairdryer. And the home button will come out through the front of the screen. We can get the new screen and place the home button back inside. Wow, listen to that pop. We can now pop that plate back on. Now we can work on the front camera assembly. My best advice here is to place down the base of the part first and then work on your sensors. Then you can slot the earpiece in. Here, ideally, you should remove the old adhesive with a plastic tool and replace it with some new adhesive, but I forgot to film that. Now we can do a dry test, and if everything works, we can put the plates back on and put the phone together, and then we're done. If you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you. If this video was in any way useful to you, please let us know in the comments. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.